It looked like an ordinary photo, a WhatsApp image, vacation snapshot maybe. The user never even opened it. But behind that single picture hid a zero-day exploit capable of hijacking a Samsung Galaxy in silence. No clicks, no warning, just gone. This wasn't spam or social engineering. It was a precision weapon, crafted by professionals, aimed at specific phones, and invisible to every user-side control. Today, we step inside that breach, how a photo became a payload, why it worked for months unnoticed, and the question that matters most: would your defenses have caught it? The story really starts in mid-2024. A few strange image files began circulating, perfectly ordinary at first glance, but laced with code that none of the antivirus engines recognized. For months, no one knew they were active. Only later did analysts uncover the pattern and gave it a name: Landfall, a commercial-grade Android spyware designed to slip in through a malformed DNG photo. The campaign ran quietly for nearly a year, until April 2025, when Samsung rushed a patch for the hidden flaw. Unit 42 pieced together the full time later that fall. The footprint pointed squarely towards the Middle East, uploads traces to Iraq, Iran, Turkey, and Morocco. Not a spray and pray job, but surgical espionage, a handful of phones chosen carefully. And for the record, WhatsApp wasn't the weakness here. The images simply used WhatsApp delivery path. The vulnerability was deep inside Samsung's image library, unseen by the app itself. So by the time we even heard the word landfall, the attackers had already packed up, their tools erased, their victims unaware. The breach had come and go, like a whisper embedded in a picture. Now we pull back the curtain. This is not a phishing email or a malicious link. It's the device going and doing the work for the attacker, parsing an image and handling them the keys. At the heart of the attack was the CVE 2025-2104, an out-of-band write in a Samsung image decoding library named libimageCodec.curam.so. In plain language, when the phone tried to read the specifically crafted image, the code misread its size and wrote data where it shouldn't, and the attackers controlled what got written. The image type was DNG, a raw photo format. But it wasn't just a photo. The attackers appended a zip archive to the DNG file. When the vulnerable codec parsed the file, the malformed data let the embedded zip be extracted and executed. Concretely, Unit 42 found a small loader, referred to in the sample as b.so, which the initial exploit kicked off. The loader unpacked or invoked a secondary module, l.so, that performed system-level changes. Crucially, one of the modules attempted to modify SE Linux rules, security-enhanced Linux rules. So, SE Linux is the Android security mechanism that constrains what apps can do. By changing it, the malware could escalate privileges and persist more deeply into the system, effectively raising the implant's privileges above normal app limits. Once the foothold was in place, the Landfall framework downloaded additional modules from its command and control server. The implant was modular, meaning the initial payload was a door opener, and further capabilities, audio capture, GPS, files, messages, arrived as needed. This is what makes it terrifying. Zero-click remote code execution. The victim didn't need to tap the image. In many setups, messaging apps auto-generate previews or thumbnails. The OS's media pipeline would process the file and trigger the bug. That's the whole exploit vector. The malware samples were tailored for recent flagship Samsung phones, S22 to S24 families and some foldable ones. The attackers targeted device and Android versions where that vulnerable library was present. That explains the precise victim selection. Just to recap, malformed image, buggy codec, loader runs b.so, system modification l.so, modular spyware Landfall talking back to C2 command and control. Up next, what that spyware could do and how the industry reacted. Let's be blunt. When a phone is compromised at this level, it's no longer just a device. It's a live wire into someone's private life. The attackers can see almost everything. Unit 42's analysis shows Landfall could activate the microphone, capture photos, pull location data, read messages, and exfiltrate contacts and call logs. In short, conversation, movement, and networks all exposed. Imagine an investigative reporter whose sources become visible on a map, or a diplomat whose confidential calls are recorded without consent. That's the scale of the risk, not just data loss, but real-world danger. This was not malware blasted at millions. The infrastructure and sample uploads point to precision targeting in the Middle East. The attackers went for high-value phones, not mass infection. Defenders moved when they had to. Samsung issued an April patch for this CVE. Later, a related image codec issue was patched in September 2025. But crucially, the campaign had already run its course by then. Why didn't anyone see it earlier? Because sophisticated, low-volume spyware leaves a tiny footprint. The code is modular, drops only what it needs, and cleans up after itself. If you're focusing on mass indicator, sudden spikes in telemetry, for example, precision ops slip by. And about what's behind it, Unit 42 found overlaps with tradecraft used by commercial spyware and PSOAs. There are historical parallels in the region, but not definitive public attribution yet. Responsible intel at least separates correlation from confirmation. So, what should defenders take away? First, patch quickly. Firmware updates matter. Second, monitor media processing pipeline, not just network traffic. Third, protect high-risk individuals with extra controls and monitoring. Here's something to chew on. The quieter the compromise, the more damage it can do. Loud attacks get noticed. Surgical ones do their work in silence. That should change how we allocate detection resources. Let's see next what controls would have actually detected this early and how to answer that question in your organization. So, after everything that we have seen tonight, a photo that becomes a weapon, an exploit that hides for months, the real question isn't how did they do it, it's would you have caught it? Start simple, check your patch level. Every Galaxy device should be at least on the April 2025 update. Anything older and the door is still open. Next, look at what you're actually monitoring. Most SIEMs and EDRs watch network flows and executable, but they don't watch media parsers. Yet, this attack lived inside the codec, invisible to the network. That's where your detection blind spots are. Third, protect your high-risk personas like you would protect your production servers. Journalists, executives, officials, their phones are the front line now. Give them the extra monitoring, the auto-patching, and the zero trust profiles. So I'll leave you with this question, and I would like you to drop your answer in the comments. What control in your stack would flag a hostile image today? Or even if not in your stack, what control do you think would flag that hostile image today? If you can't name it, it's time to build it. And if this breakdown helped you see the threat a little bit clearer, hit like, subscribe, and share it with your team. Because next week or next time, we are going even deeper into the next Battlefront. That's it for this Battlefront briefing daily signal, a single image, a silent takeover, and a reminder of how fragile trust can be. If this helped, again, please hit like and tap subscribe and share it with other teammates. That's how this intel travels faster than the next exploit. I am Max, Point Break Security. This was the Daily Signal. Stay sharp and stay patched.